Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well and are keeping safe. So for today's video, I will be reviewing for you my Saint Laurent envelope bag. I have previously done a review on my envelope wallet, my YSL Saint Laurent envelope wallet. Thank you so much for liking that video so much. It's gotten an overwhelming amount of views already, and I will definitely make sure that I link it down below so that you guys can check it out. I actually bought that wallet right after I bought this bag, so they've been with me for a few years now, and I thought I'd come out here and I'd do a review on this handbag today because YSL has boomed so much in popularity, and I'm just so happy. YSL was always, in my opinion, one of the best fashion houses out there, but it wasn't receiving the kind of attention that it should have. But I think finally now, it's getting all that attention, and especially after the Lulu lines, have come out, especially the puffer. Oh, I am in love with the smaller size of the puffer. Sorry, excuse all the bird noises out here. It's early in the morning, so it's a bright sunny day, and the birds are just chirping away, and they're just sitting right by the window. So I'm sorry if you can hear the birds too. Anyway, getting back to YSL, like I said, I'm so glad they're getting that popularity that they should have, I think, a longer time ago. But on that note, I thought it's the best way to get involved with all this YSL popularity, because right now I'm not going to be unboxing any new bags. So let's start with the the features of the bag and the measurements, and just a little bit about what the bag is made out of. So this one is officially known as the Envelope Large Bag in the Mix Métalliques Grain de Poudre embossed leather. By embossed, it is calfskin leather, so it is 100% calfskin leather, and the dimensions of the bag are around 31 centimeters in length. It is 22 centimeters when it comes to the width, and it is around 7.5 centimeters in depth. So the depth of the bag, as you can see, this one is stuffed right now to the brim, hence it's like really expanded. So it's only around 2.9 inches, which is not a fair lot. It comes, of course, with its beautiful double strap chain. The gold hardware on this bag is just something else. It is so beautiful. It is just so blingy. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I've had this bag for almost 4 years now, and I don't see any tarnishing. I have carried this bag in hot, humid, sticky weather. I have carried this in the cold. Yes, I remember my last Europe trip. I took this and it was freezing, it was raining, and nothing has happened to the tarnishing on this. Nothing has happened, in fact, to the color of the hardware. It is just so beautiful. There's absolutely no tarnishing. It's as blingy as it was when I first got it. And of course, you can carry it both ways. So the strap drop can of course be carried double. It can of course be carried single. I've always carried this double. So if I am to see how long the length, of course, of the double strap drop is, it is around 30 centimeters, which is 11.8 inches. And if you're talking about a single strap, it could work for someone who's taller than me. I'm 5'3" for reference. So this one is around 52 centimeters in length if it is a single drop, which is around 20 and a half inches, right? And of course, you can wear it however you want. Like I said, a crossbody with one single strap, or carry a double, which I always tend to do because I love this bag as a shoulder bag, right? And of course, it's got its magnetic closure, which makes it even more easy to get in and out of. And of course, it's got its beautiful, beautiful gold, hardware. The front buckle is a shiny gold. And last but not the least, it's got a back pocket. So one of the best features of the bag is that it's got a beautiful back pocket. Right, now let's start and get into the pros and the cons, and then I will do a little what's in my bag right towards the end of the video. Well, if I am let me first, sorry, go back and just let you know about the current price of this bag. I did pick this up from the European website, so the price quoted there was around 1990 euros, which if I am to convert in USD would be around $2,200-$2,300. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I will definitely link the link to the website down below where I have picked up the measurements from, and of course also the current price that I'm just quoting. Right, so let's get into the pros. Straight up, for me, number one pro is the quality that you get at this price. Now, like I said, I've had this bag for almost 5 years, and you can see there's absolutely no wear and tear on this. And this is usually why I do these videos with a very clear or very simple background, so that you guys are able to see the wear and tear on the bag in case, because I feel sometimes it can just get camouflaged with all that, with a fancier background. So if you can see, there's no wear and tear here as well at the edge of the flap. Usually, and like on my wallet, I do have quite a bit of wear and tear right towards the edge of the flap. So there's nothing here, nothing at all. The straps are in beautiful shape. They're as soft as when I first got them. And I love this addition of the leather straps, halfway down the chain, because it of course makes it far more comfortable to wear. And then, of course, the edges here are all clean. There's absolutely no wear and tear. Like I said, this bag has been through the ringer. It has been in hot, humid weather. It's been in cold weather. It's been in rainy weather. And there's no wear and tear at all. So it's this beautiful chevron print. And the quality for this bag is just exceptional. So, of course, I bought this when it was not even $2,000. So that's actually what I love about the YSL Fashion House. I mean, their quality is just so up there, and I don't understand why for the longest time it was not receiving the kind of attention it does receive now. Hence, of course, all their price increases. There is another price increase coming up, so I'm not surprised because the brand is now getting so much attention. Of course, I've got a couple on my wish list as well, but those unboxings will not come very soon, so probably towards the beginning of the year. So clean silhouette, something very classic, you can't go wrong. And of course, if you're especially going for the neutral colors, whether it's black and gold, it's beige and gold, there's no regrets there at all. So I love the quality you get for the price you are paying. And I used to carry this bag sometimes. I usually carry it on like an evening out, for dinner. But then I just couldn't keep it back in. I just wanted to, put it in my daily wear, and I carry it far more often than I wanted to, than I was actually. So, and like I said, there's been nothing that I can tell you that there's a wear and tear here. Even the inside of the bag is just completely clean. And if you look at the grommets here, they're detailed so well with the Saint Laurent, embossing. No hardware scratches, nothing. Is it the front, the grommets, nothing at all. And mind you, I've carried this with 2 kids. I flung it on the back seat of a car, and we're good to go. So nothing there. Right. The second pro for me, of course, is the back pocket. So I usually enjoy back pocket because of the fact that if there's a cell phone. Now, even my bigger cell phone, my 11 Pro Max, can fit in here, but right now, because I'm filming with that, I'll just demonstrate how my smaller phone fits in there as well. Of course, if the bag is filled right now to its brim, like it is to its brim right now, you'll have to kind of like snuggle the phone in, right? Which is all right with me. Could be a hassle for someone who's on the go, needs to do that quicker. But then, of course, you can't carry as many things as I am right now. And that's okay. You could, of course, just carry your basic essentials. And it's much easier than just to, of course, tug your phone rather, having to do that. And, of course, when it's a bigger phone, it does fit. But I really have to push it in. But like I said, that's not an issue for me. And the fact that there is a back pocket just really helps. So there have been so many instances where I've just flung in receipts, of course my phone, any tissue that I can't find a bin for, I just, tug it right here, and then of course I can dispose off later. So definitely the back pocket is a pro in this. And then lastly, I'd like to mention the space. Now, I did show you guys that the depth is not too much on the bag. It is around, you know, 2.9, 2.5 inches, which means that you can't fit in a whole lot. Of course, you could stack things up as the height and the width are there, but it can expand to a certain degree. But to my surprise, it fits way more than what I had anticipated. Far more than just, of course, just the bare essentials and a card holder, than just a mini O case or a mini pochette, whichever one you're carrying. You know, it fits far more. So when I do a what's in my bag towards the end of the video, you'll see how much stuff I have in this right now. Which brings me, of course, to my cons, and the first one being that it does get a little tad bit heavy, you know, when you do have it stuffed. I understand a lot of us are quite picky about the weight. So am I. I don't want to carry a bag which has like stones in it. Like I said, with the kids, you know, I prefer to have a shoulder bag, which is, you know, of moderate weight, so that I don't feel that there is something on my shoulder. But with this one, if like right now I have it stuffed, it's not something ideally I'd like to carry if I've got like my son, you know, with me, who sometimes likes to, you know, just come into my lap, and then like I need to carry him if I'm walking around. Then I tend not to, you know, want to carry such a heavy bag. But having said that, if I am alone, and running out to do some errands, you know, when the kids are not with me, then it's absolutely all right, because I don't, of course, have to carry anything extra, no extra weight on me. So it's okay that way. But each to their own. I mean, if you can handle a little bit of weight, because the chain is, of course, heavy itself. Even without the items, this bag does weigh a little bit. So each to their own. If you're okay with that, go ahead, pop a lot of stuff in. And if you're not, then just don't. Just carry the bare essentials that you need. And then the last con that I will be touching upon is the fact that the magnetic closure can also be a problem if you have quite a few items stuffed inside. So usually if I have a few items in the bag, the magnetic closures will just come together by themselves and just snap close, and voila, that's it. Right now, like I said, because it's stuffed to its brim, I kind of have to like find the closure, right? Like if you can see right now, I'm having to like find it and clasp it together. It won't just come together beautifully like it would if the bag were not stuffed. And that's one thing I love about the Chanel jumbos or the classic flaps, because you need to, of course, maneuver the C-lock itself, right? So there's no like close by itself when there's less stuff, or it won't close by itself when it's more stuff. But with this, you kind of course, have to like find it. Like I'll have to like kind of like check, okay, it closes right here. Okay, there we go. But it doesn't really bother me, but there have been a few instances where I've been in a rush and I have to just like, you know, in and out, and I had to like kind of find where that closure was. But that's something I think I kind of like choose to do because I have it filled. And there've been times where I'm just carrying a very basic card holder in this. I'll just have like my mini pochette in this, like a hand sanitizer, and just a couple of other small, bits and pieces, and it finds its closure by itself. But again, that's an each to their own thing. For me, it sometimes just bugged me, so I did want to mention it in the cons. So overall, do I recommend this bag? Yes, of course I do. I think it is a lovely bag. Like I said, the silhouette is very classic. The quality is way up there. And I wouldn't even mind getting this in another color, in maybe another smaller size. I do, of course, have the puffer bag on my wish list. I just love that small size. In the dark beige color. I understand it is a little similar looking because of the hardware, and then of course that's why I saw the space in that small bag is just phenomenal. It's so spacious. Of course, I've gone down to the store and I've seen it a couple of times, but yeah, definitely on my wish list. I hope the prices don't go crazy high on that one, but we'll see when the time comes to purchase it. And to end the video, let's do a quick what's in my bag, and I'll show you guys what all I'm carrying right now. So to start off with, I am first carrying my, sorry, just one more con, by the way, before I start with the what's in my bag. So I will put this aside and show you guys at the end. Is of course, the shape of the bag. The shape of the bag, in my opinion, over the last few years kind of did, I can't say like it completely deflated, but it kind of did go out of shape. So when I had it stuffed before, I had a bag organizer. So I had to buy a bag organizer for this, by the way. And before I did buy the bag organizer, I remember where if I were traveling with it, or even if I had it in my closet and I'd stuff it with all the stuffing that I received when I purchased the bag had kind of flattened out. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, even if I try and bring it out close, but there's kind of a little point here, which I've now fixed to quite an extent after putting in that bag organizer. But because the bag would just, flatten out like that, there's a little point right here, which did, yes, of course, bug me, because it kind of looked out of shape, and it's supposed to be flattened from the top right here like this. But like I said, it's much better now since I have the bag organizer in there. So do keep that in mind. I would advise you to get a bag organizer probably straight up right after you get the bag, so that you don't have to lose its shape. And sorry for skipping that out earlier. I just remembered that while I was taking out my items because I saw my bag organizer. So now let's get back into checking what is in the bag. So the first thing I pulled out here is my little pouch from my Neverfull. I store all my extra masks in this, and I love this. I used to think this was really overrated when people used to buy the Neverfull, but much to my surprise, I love this little thing. It is just so useful for so many things, and see, it fits absolutely perfectly in here. So that's the first thing that I'm carrying in my bag today. Second, I've got my Chanel Mini O case. I'm not going to go over the contents because I've done that in several videos, and I've mentioned before, my items in these O cases or mini pochettes do not change. So everything is exactly the same. So I've got that in here. I've got, of course, a big full-size hand sanitizer. It's a spray. And I'm carrying this beautiful wallet. This is from a local brand here back home, and they specialize in leather handbags and small leather goods. Their quality is just phenomenal. I'll link them down below if any of you are interested in checking them out. So yeah, it is a full-size wallet, but it of course has less slots. So it's like a flat lay, and it again fits perfectly into the bag. I didn't feel like carrying a card case because I didn't want some notes and bills on me, so I wanted to carry a wallet. And then next, I've got my Dior Compact in here, and then I've got my Louis Vuitton travel spray in here as well, and then I've got my AirPods. So these are also in here, and then I've got my Chanel, it's like a little receipt from somewhere, and then I've got my Chanel Compact in here, and I've just got a pack of gums. So you can see the bag is completely empty, and yes, it is lined with the organizer. I got this from Samorga, so it is the it's actually the 2mm, so I've got the thicker one so that I could keep some shape. And despite having a thicker organizer in there, I'm still able to fit so much stuff. Maybe the closure would be easier if I didn't have the organizer in there, but regardless, like I said, it doesn't bother me all the time, so I'm okay if I have to kind of maneuver and look for it as well. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and this review does help any of you that are out there, probably looking at this bag. I understand it is still quite popular, and I see a lot of people carrying in that beautiful tan color. So you never know. I picked that up as well, but it's a classic. I don't think it's going anywhere. I've had it for a good 4 years, and I have not seen the popularity go down. So highly recommend it from my end, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, guys. Bye.